Now I must proceed. So we about to make moves, set speed. Be student, be like Q-tip, I least I need. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed more dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico. Greg Olsen set to get this one started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now it's the man from Oregon. This is Jordan James. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up. Him down.
At the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, run! Set. Wide 80. Wide out. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground with James. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Set.
They'll stick to the run, and it's James again. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Delta to us. 12. Baylor tight. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Niners first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the handoff, this is James. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Hey, cap. Home troops right. 5-9. Whoa.
Throwing now is Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down.
Black. Hey, Ray.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
Baylor Tiger. Crowd right.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And he gets that one complete to his tight end, Taylor. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, 49ers.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set. Reloading. Hey, OP. What is it?
Straight ahead, it's James. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down.
Hey, Ray. Home troops right. Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the goal line and in. Jordan Watkins. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing. Dave York to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. They'll try to run a reverse. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready?
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
60, 70,
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there of 20. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection and another first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
ready.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 3. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Set. Go.
On the ground, it is James to start the drive. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 31, here is second down and 7.
Hey, easy. We go orange. 21. Set.
Perfect. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to be a first down. A a pickup of 9. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
380. Run.
Here's a handoff to James. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Herbert. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Delta. Go.
Now it's Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that'll set up 4th down. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Horton. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be bursting with goal. They've got at the 3. A big play for Seattle to gain a 43 yards.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Walker. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark them short.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll run with Walker. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Walker. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. 2nd touchdown for him in the game, number 14 on the year. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On play action now, Herbert. That is caught left side by Taylor. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 22
Can't ask for
yards.
much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
380. Ground. 380. Ground. Hey, ram. Go, man. 12. Baylor Tiger. Hey, Kappa.
Now, Herbert. That's the versatile Jordan James. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Set. One. Hey. OP. Ready.
Run up the middle with James. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
25-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here's Herbert. They set up the screen to James. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
It is third and long.
Set. Lion. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Let's go. Crowd right.
Herbert to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves, 60 Maverick. Check mash. Ready,
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
At the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Set to go now on first and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the Seahawks are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Their First 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal.
Hey, smash Broncos. Let's go.
They'll look to throw yet again. Moving to his right. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal.
Let's go now. Broncos 18, Pioneer.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Seattle.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Seahawks 21, 49-7. Michael Mixon, the kickoff.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
Hold me trips right. Tip. Black 80, 59, 59. 59, 59.
I got it.
Set.
Herbert now on first down. That's down the field for Lamb. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Cade York to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Brown now to return it. And how about this? Here comes the reverse. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Roll.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Seattle.
This is a great example of when a great play call meets great execution. His blockers created a nice run lane, and all he had to do was get there and hit it. And that is a massive gain on the ground.
Here's first and 10. From the 50, he'll set him to throw. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Number 0.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
To the left side, and is caught by Holton. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Viking 18. Ready, ready.
On the ground, it's Brown. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Come on. Set, go.
He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's got another one. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
The kicker on.
Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with James. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first and 10, it's James. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
It doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Baylor tight. White 59, 59. Ready.
Fake the handoff. Now, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Set. 380. Hey, Ray. Hey, Kappa. Hey, Ram. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside with 35.
It's a gain of 18.
18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set. 380. Go.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange, 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 orange. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
It's second down. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Go, let's go. 5-9, 5-9. Step.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's caught. Taylor, the tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down.
On the ready. 60 Bobcat. Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to have the 49ers first down. On what will be a big play there for fourth and long.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Here we go. Set. Hurt. Let go.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal.
Check. 70 Lions.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down.
Do this. Come on, guys. Pick it up. You got this. You got it. Yeah, let's go. Oh, no. Let's play here.
They'll run with James. He'll take this down to the 2, but that is it. Good job by the defense to hold it to a gain of 3. and set up 4th down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. This hard, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
7 Pirates!
The slot man in motion right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
At the 20-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go!
In motion, Reed. Throwing now on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Set. 65.
Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass, but he's not going to be able to get rid of this. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Ready up. Get up. 18 Rodley. 860 Eagles.
Now, faking the give. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Yaya Diaby. He's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long. This will be returned from the other side of midfield.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Motion. Move.
They'll go with James. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
19 line, Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to Watkins. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. That is a big gain for the 49ers. It's a gain of 34.
First down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's into the end zone. Jordan James. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Cade York to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Dragon 60. Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18, 70 Ranger, 70 Panther 11, Panther 11. Cougar 19, 18, Pioneer.
In motion, Reed. They'll look to throw yet again. That's dropped off for Walker. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Seattle.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch, and move the chains.
So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. On the handoff, this is Walker. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
Ready up.
2nd and 11.
Tag.
In motion,
Cougar 19.
Reed.
Steady.
Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Back at the 16.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Forced out left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They set up the screen to James. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set. Rock 80. 65.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle. That's the tight end, Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
13 yards on
A pickup there of 13. First down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cougar 19. Cougar 19. Cougar 19. Go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Once more on 2nd down. Working his way across the field. Caught by Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Niners first down.
50 been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
60, Viking, 18. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. That's down the field and intercepted. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tag! Left wing, 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo, 18. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. And a good return here as he is out of bounds up at the 45.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A quick slant taken by White. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. But even 20 yards, impressive start to this drive.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man downfield. That's the tight end, Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Warriors, Panther 60, Buffalo 18. Hurt.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer. Cup 19, 70 Rangers. Go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. 3rd down coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Ready up.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
19 tight, 60 Eagles, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw. And that final throw here is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And the Seahawks are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable.